Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Dom Lovely, your source for all celebrity entertainment news from my point of view. Well guys, this P. Diddy stuff just keeps getting crazier and crazier. And I would like to know, what is Janice Combs' involvement in all of this? You know, it is my opinion that Janice Combs has been complicit in her son's anger, in his irrational behavior, in his physical and mental violence against maybe herself and other women. What I am saying is that what we are finding out is not new to Janice Combs. I believe when Diddy became an executive around 19, 20, 21, however old he was when he was able to form Bad Boy, she probably then started to see his bad behavior, how irate he could get, just how nasty his persona became. If you guys don't know, I believe Gene, who has done work for Diddy in the past, I believe as a bodyguard, he did a Vlad interview where Diddy basically cussed his mother out for filth. And he told Diddy then, if you speak to your mother like that again, I'm going to take you down. So we know if a man will speak to his mother crazy, then what he gonna do to the girlfriends/wives? Well, he actually never was married. But we know for a fact now that he has been handling women crazy. So I think Janice knows a lot. Aubrey O'Day went on a podcast and she talked about some of the stipulations of signing off those royalties, and a part of that was not mentioning Janice Combs' name ever. If you take this money, this monthly royalty that Aubrey O'Day says was just pennies on the dollar, if you accept it, do not mention my mother's name. Why? Well, many people feel that there are business entities in Janice's name. They feel that she has been complicit, and they feel that she stands to lose a lot in any lawsuit as well. So when I think about Kim Porter being the longtime girlfriend of Diddy, you know, you want to meet your significant other's mom. You want to have a relationship with the mom. What was her relationship like with Janice? Did they get along? Or did Janice make constant excuses for her son? Was she aware of the other girlfriends, the baby mamas, hell, Cassie? Because that's a relationship that kind of crossed over. I don't feel like Kim Porter trusted Janice. We know she most likely did not trust Diddy. But I don't feel like she felt comfortable confiding in Janice as to say, hey, your son is definitely mentally and physically abusive, allegedly, according to people that are coming out saying that, hey, he put hands on Kim as well. I don't feel like she was able to call Janice up and express her grievances about Diddy. I think that even if she did, she knows, or she was well aware that that information would get back to Diddy pretty quickly. The point is, Janice, and, you know, again, Diddy's a grown-ass man. So it's not like she can tell him what to do or how to handle his business or not to be this type of person. But all I'm saying is that I think that she went along with the ride because she was getting a lot. And she stood and still stands to lose a lot. Janice reportedly has a beautiful home. We know she stays dressed to the nines. That hair is always laid to the gods. Okay. She's always on the red carpet with her son. That's for sure. She does not miss a red carpet moment, honey. Never that. You know, back in 22, when Mace and Puff had all this beef going on and it was still kind of rumblings in the streets, and, you know, people were still talking about it because Mace feels like Diddy definitely owes him some money. Puff made a comment. I guess he was on his live and he was like, yeah, you know, shout out to Mace. You know, Mace, we love you. We care about you. And his mother, Janice, was like, who? I don't care about him. I don't like him. If he coming for my son, I don't like him. Now, Janice, girlfriend, you know in your heart of hearts that Puff screwed Mace over and several of his other bad boy um, people that were on that label. Bad boy talent. You know that those people most likely got screwed over. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Back in the day when, there were just a couple people saying it. And now, hell, basically all the artists are saying it. So for her to be so nasty toward Mace, I mean, I get that that's your son, but you know what it is, Janice. You know that Puff has not been handling his business accordingly, has not been being fair, has not been actually giving people their due diligence as it relates to the money from their talent, from something that they worked hard for. It was interesting that Aubrey O'Day talked about why Making the Band is not in rerun status. And that's so interesting because I keep seeing that show on MTV, Jersey Shore. I'm like, this has got to be the longest running lifeline of a show ever. These people are like in their 40s now. And MTV still keeps giving them a show, a reboot. I mean, Jersey Shore will live on forever. Now, Making the Band was just as popular back then. People tuned in. I tuned in. I wanted to see these acts be successful. And one thing for certain and two for sure, I loved me some Danny T. Kane. So Aubrey makes a good point. Why isn't Making of the Band in rerun with MTV? And she says she feels Puff has something to do with that deal. And somewhere in that contract, they are not putting this show in reruns. And he's probably already gotten a big bag off of it. And maybe MTV just does not want to do business with P. Diddy anymore. But she strongly feels that he knows why they have not been able to at least get a coin off of being in reruns on MTV, while all these other shows are able to just come back. The Hills, like I said, Jersey Shore, all of these shows making a resurgence. Where's Making of the Band? Interesting. Wow. So much going on. Now I see they're talking about Puff's relationship with Lori Ann Gibson, which was a choreographer for a couple of his acts. Now, don't know how true that is, but apparently something inappropriate happened there. Well, I can tell you what we saw on the television. We saw Puff talk to her like crap. So again, the mental abuse. But we didn't see any more than that. So I would be waiting to hear what she has to say. If you guys think that Janice Combs, mother of Sean Puffy Combs, P. Diddy Combs, Mr. Love, Big Love, if you guys think that Janice knows a lot, drop down in the comments and let me know, because I feel that. I feel that she's been around a lot. She's seen a lot. I feel that her son has gotten nasty with her on many occasions. He probably said, Ma, stay in your damn lane. Mind your business. But she knows plenty, and she knows what happened to Cassie. She knows what probably most likely happened to Kim. She knows about all the women. You know what? One lady that has been silent, of course, maybe she doesn't have any reason to say anything, but I always wondered, like, what was that relationship with his baby mama, Sarah, the lady who was pregnant when Kim was pregnant, and they just have beautiful children. They have beautiful daughters. Like, was that a relationship? And is Diddy happy when these women become pregnant? Because he has a newer baby. But then I'm sure Cassie was pregnant a couple of times. And then the one girl who did that Tasha K interview, she got pregnant. It seems like he picks and chooses which women he wants to actually go through with the pregnancy and not give them a hard time. For whatever reason, he did not deem Cassie, Virginia, he did not deem them appropriate to have his children because he made them have abortions. This is a lot to unpack. This is, in a sense heavy because, and you guys stick with me here, okay? There is a psychic medium by the name of Sloan. And she has been connecting with some people who have passed to the other side. And according to Sloan, and I'm not going to get deep with this, but you guys know that when we leave Earth, that the body dies, but the soul is still intact, right? Okay, it's just like a remote control. The batteries might go dead, but the remote will still be there. The soul is still intact. From Sloan's point of view, or from her connecting with Kim Porter, she believes that several people have a copy of that manuscript, and most likely Kim Porter has a P.O. box or some type of locked away account or mailbox or something where she has that manuscript, where she had planned to release that book, the one that Diddy did not want to come out. I'm going to go a step further and say this. When Sloan connected to Kim Porter, she said that Kim Porter showed her that there were several cameras in the house and her death was not an accident. She had a regular head cold, but she's saying that the Afrin, or you guys know the nasal drip that you spray in your nose to relieve you of a congestion or a head cold, it had something in it. And I'll leave it there because certain people strongly feel that some things are going to come to the surface and that Diddy, bro, it's going to be looking bad for you all around. You and those people that you are most likely protected, that are much higher up, you guys, than Puff Daddy. You guys drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell. And we will chat again soon. Bye.